This episode is brought to you by all of our patrons. To become a patron, head over to patreon.com/makeusbetter. This week's executive producers are Nick from Next Level Games, Joel Brooks, James Johnson, and Sheldon Benedict. Also, big thanks to our latest patrons, Seamus Mullins, Mitchell Popish, Todd Oxtra, Andrew
Semichek. Go ahead, you got it.
Andrew Semichek, Big Marky P, and Andy Penazic. Thank you.
What is up, everybody, and welcome to episode 8 of the Nintendo PlayStation Podcast. I am Bobby, the Nintendo Guru, joined by my best friend in all the land, Toby. What's up, Toby?
Bobby, I'm very excited. We have just hit our $75 goal on Patreon.
Yeah, dude.
In fact, we're already well past that.
We're well past that. That was like a flash in the pan, man. That thing hit and it was gone that quick. That was unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. I remember when I was talking to Tony last night about it, and I said to her, I said, you know, when me and Sean and Toby met about a month and a half ago about this, we were like trying to come up with goals and where we wanted to be and all that stuff for stretch goals. And we were like, because I think Sean had discussed about doing his Patreon first before we all combined together. So he was like, well, I thought like if I got to like $25, I would it'd be worth it for me to do video. And I was like, yeah, that makes it. So we all came up with our things. We're like, okay, we'll make it $75 because we're going to split it 3 ways or whatever. And so when we talked about it, we looked at the numbers, like, dude, this could take forever to hit 75. It's going to be like a year, 2 years before we get to 75. If we ever get there, dude, it's like a month and a half. We're not even 2 months in and we're already hit. And it's like the overwhelming support. Sean messaged me yesterday. He's like, dude, what is going on? Because like, it was just like every couple of it just felt like every couple of hours. There was another one. Because what and because you're part of it, is I'll send the tweet out.
Yeah.
I get the email. So I look at it and go, oh, okay, I got this email. That's my first alert that I got something. Or that we got something in the Patreon. And then I'll like go look. And if I know the person or whatever, I'll grab them and I'll tweet them and all that. And I was like, my God. Like, I feel like I'm doing this like every couple hours. Dude, it was unbelievable how quick we got there. But not only that, like the overwhelming support, man, is just phenomenal. So while we're talking about it, like when can people expect to see your videos? And how are you gonna work that out? Just to kind of give some.
Yeah. So here's the thing. Like I said, I've already got a video made. Mm-hmm. It's a very short video. And I'm happy with it, but I feel like it's not really like got its own thing going. It's just a video, a random video, and I feel like I want to create something that can be a series that has like, you know what this thing is. It's not like these random different topics and all that. So I feel like I'm still figuring that out, but I think that's going to be good for when they do go up. That I'll get feedback on them, and people will tell me what they like and what they don't like, and especially our patrons giving us feedback is going to help me steer the direction of the videos. Mm-hmm. So the first one Bobby will be putting up fairly soon. I'm not sure when the cutoff date for the Patreon is, but when we go over that first month, then that's when they'll start showing up every month after that. So so that's that.
For me, so I have a couple things that I'm doing, and one is If We Ran Nintendo goes live. That's actually tomorrow. Our first episode will be live tomorrow. So I'm ready to do that. That's gonna be. It's funny because the whole Nintendo Talk Live, all the stuff I've been doing, streaming live, has been all preparation. Like that's what I don't think ultimately everybody was getting. But that's what I was doing. I was trying to get myself prepared so when it went live, what's the easiest way to keep the production value? Because I did not want to go back to how we were doing live shows before, if you remember. I know you remember how we did them. It was all through Google Hangout. Yeah. The quality was crap. I couldn't do the overlays during the videos and all this stuff. And I was like, I don't want to go that route. I got to figure out some way to fix this. And the other thing too is like, I use a Mac, so everything's a little behind on Mac compared to Apple. 2 years ago, this was not possible to do the shows the way we're doing it right now. Like I'm recording right now with OBS. That was not a possibility 2 years ago. I looked into it. I tried to do it that way. I had to do the overlays in post-production. We would just record normal, and then I would just put it in. So for me, it was like just trying to figure out how it all works. And I'm at that point now. So the past month, I've been testing a bunch of different things and trying a bunch of different things. So tomorrow, Sean and I will go live. It'll be our first live show. Then the other thing I have is I will be hosting a Google Hangout with the Patreon members. This is going to be a little tricky. I think I could put them all into a Google Hangout at the same time. First of all, I don't know who's going to want to come. I don't know when they're going to want to come to it or whatever. So I have to try to figure out what's a good time. But it also I want to try to keep it regular. Like whatever I put it at, it'll be once a month at that time. I might float it a little bit and move it around because of time zones.
Yeah.
I also might just make like you do a European one, and then you'll be like, no.
I'll be sitting out on my own. Like,
yeah. Now you got Gary Gray. You and Gary Gray can sit in a room together.
Just me and Gary Gray.
Yeah, you and Gary Gray can hang out together. But I also want to figure out something, which I haven't even been thinking about it, and I have to figure it out quickly. I have to figure out like what exactly I'm going to do in these Google Hangouts. Like I don't want to be sitting there like staring at the walls, So it'll be kind of fun, but it's going to be good, man. I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. So anyway, so that's where we are. It's humbling as hell. I got to tell you, like I'm just blown away by the support, like overall everything. Just it's.
Are you feeling the pressure, Bobby, to do things like our Patreon is called Make Us Better, and obviously we wanna make the channel better and make the videos better, and that's why I feel like I was happy with my video before we reached the goal, and now we've reached the goal. I'm like, is it actually good enough? So I won't know until you put it out. But
but for me, man, I'll be honest with you. Like I am doing so much already that I'm not even. I haven't had a chance to sit down and think about what this all means, so I haven't felt the pressure yet. Like I'm legitimately going 110 miles an hour right now. This is just. I got 5 videos a week I'm doing. Last night I did Nintendo Talk Live at 10:30 at night, 10:30 p.m. my time. And then I went right into streaming Splatoon 2. And I played till 2 o'clock in the morning with the community. So that's where I am. Like I'm living in that world right now where it's just like I'm doing so much stuff that I haven't had a chance to go, what exactly is it that I'm doing? Like, for me, it's like, I gotta stream, I gotta do this, I gotta do that, and it's like I'm constantly moving and doing new stuff. Like the whole Splatoon 2 thing has completely blown up for me in terms of like just streaming and playing with the community. Like that's what I do every single night. I don't know if you've paid much attention to it, because you're normally sleeping when it's all going down.
Yeah.
But like every night this week, except for one night, I streamed and I played with the community, dude. That was something that I talked about. That's a stretch goal for $150. Like, that's what I was going to get into. And I've completely gotten into it already, And it's like, I'm fine with that. It's funny. It's like something Sean says, like, well, you're giving it away for free. And I'm not worried about that. I'm not concerned with that. You know what I mean? For me, it's like, I'm enjoying just spending time with the community. And Sean didn't say that about this in particular. This was a conversation we came up because when we were trying to think of like what we're going to do, I was just like, Sean was like, "Well, do this." I'm like, "I already do that. Do that. I already do that." He's like, "See, you do too much stuff for free. You gotta." Yeah. So, but for this in particular, like I just felt compelled to do this. So for me, it's been a blast. Like I really just love the community. Like yeah, man, I was up till midnight last night. Or, I'm sorry, 2 o'clock in the morning last night. I started streaming at midnight. And
that's crazy.
It's nuts, man. It's absolutely.
How are you not just falling asleep during the match?
I don't know why. I took it. Well, what happened was I did my Nintendo Talk, and Tony told me, she's like, if you're doing all this stuff tonight, you're going and taking a nap after you're done your
Yeah.
Nintendo Talk video. She's like, you are running on fumes. This is nuts.
Yeah.
She's like, you're going upstairs and because I just been in a little bit of pain lately, like my shoulders and my neck, and I don't know whether it's from sitting in this chair so much, or
Probably.
what it is, or like the TV being so close. I don't know exactly what the issue is, but I've been in some pain lately, and so she's like, you're going upstairs, you're going to bed, you're taking a nap for an hour, at least an hour, and then you can do your stuff. And I was like, okay, so I did, and then it was charged. By the time I was done at 2:00, I was like, okay, I'm ready for bed. Like, I'm ready to go to bed. It was funny.
You gotta look after yourself, Bobby.
Josh Thomas came into the chat last night, right? He came into the stream last night, and he's like, what is going on? It's past midnight, and Bobby's still up.
Yeah.
Because prior to that, when I was trying to get him on the podcasts, on this one, and if we ran Nintendo, I was like, dude, your podcasts are too early in the morning. Who is up that early in the morning? I'm like, I am. Like, and he's like, that's nuts. Stop it. That's too early in the morning. I'm like, whatever. And he's like, what time do you go to bed? I'm like, I don't know, like 9, 10. He's like, oh my God, you're such an old man. And this, so last night when he came on, he's like, what the hell is going on, man?
Yeah,
He's like,
where did old man Bobby go?
He's like,
He's
where's
this new guy staying up late.
He's like, where the hell is Bobby at? So it was funny, dude. It was so much fun. So anyway, let's kick this episode off like we do each and every episode with our geek outs.
Geek outs.
Toby, what are you geeking out about?
I'm geeking out about yesterday. My friend Mike, he WhatsApped me and he's like, "Hey, dude, check this out." And it was a link to Amazon, and on Amazon they had PlayStation Network like credit, like money, and but the thing is, you could get £42 for £25. So, and it was 2 per customer. So we both took advantage of it, and we got £84 worth of PlayStation credit for 50 quid. So,
oh my God.
So yeah, so basically we put it on. I downloaded Rhyme last night. So that was like a freebie because it didn't cost me any money because I got this extra money on there. And Mike pre-ordered Gran Turismo Sport. So
Nice.
and they took it down like about 10 minutes after he showed me. So
That's
I don't know
funny.
if it was some error in Amazon's listings or whatever, but
That's crazy.
I don't mind.
Wow. That's pretty awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Have you tried Rhyme yet or no?
Not yet. I downloaded it last night.
I have it pre-ordered on Switch, the physical copy, because I got it for really cheap. They had
when is it even coming out? I don't know when it's coming out. I've
know.
been waiting and waiting.
I don't know, but that was also an error. There was an error. It was supposed to be a higher price for it was supposed to be a higher price for the physical copy, and it came in cheaper than the digital copy. So I pre-ordered it, and it got locked in at that price. So I'm fine. Good. But I've been getting a lot of mixed reviews on it, and I don't know that I want it. So I got to get someone to play it to tell me if it's any good or not.
I'll let you know how it is. I mean, I only paid $18.99 when it's normally like 25 or 30. Yeah. I don't know. It was on sale.
I don't know that I want to play it. We'll see. Myself, I'm geeking out about this little baby that I just picked up yesterday.
Oh, you got the Pikmin amiibo.
The Pikmin
wow.
Amiibo. Picked it up yesterday. Yeah, I got it yesterday. It is really, really awesome, man. I love this thing.
Dude, the little stone Pikmin, the little black one. I love it.
Look at the bolt.
Oh, there's a bolt on it.
The bolt on the back and stuff. And like, it is so, dude, there's so much detail on this little thing. It is so cool. I picked it up yesterday. I got the email from Best Buy that was in. I was like, oh my God, I forgot this thing was coming. So I went and picked it up. I like it, man. I think it's really cool. You know what's crazy? I sit there and I go, like, I'm done with Amiibo. And then something like that comes out, and I'm like, I got to get this thing. This is so cool. You know, and it's like, yeah, man. And it's funny because I like I said, like, with the whole Smash line ending and stuff, I'm like, I think I'm done. I think I'm over this stuff. Where am I going to put these things? I'm running out of space. I got to get more shelves. And then that comes out, I'm like, oh, I'm getting that thing. That thing is amazing. Like, the Metroid ones, like, they're different. Yeah. Like, when it gets into the different ones, I'm fine with it. You know, but it's when it's like the same, like the Zelda one started to feel like, all right, it's just a bunch of links. Like, how many links do I need? Yeah,
you know? How many times has Mario been released now in different form?
Like the Champions, I'm all about the Champions because it's totally different. You know, it's not characters that you have and stuff. So when they do stuff like that, I get excited for it. When they do Pikmin, I get excited because Okay, when's the next time I'm going to get like a little cool figure of Pikmin? You know, it's rare. So
I wonder what that's going to do when Pikmin comes to Switch.
That'd be interesting. Who knows?
Because we all know it's coming, right?
Oh, it's definitely coming. It's definitely coming. I think it'll be there in 2018. That's my gut. I think they're keeping a lot of stuff under wraps, and we'll see.
Did you see? You did the news video about it, didn't you? The Metroid is no longer listed as 2018. It's now to be determined.
No, I didn't do a news order.
I thought you did. I didn't watch the video. I just saw Metroid in the title. But...
No, well, I did a couple of them. One was that there was a rumor of 2018.
Yeah.
That was the rumor originally. That was the one I did originally. Was Nintendo even said 2018? Like there was a representative that said 2018.
Yeah.
But what did they push it back now?
Yeah. It's just to be determined now, and I don't
think it's a 2018. I never thought it was a 2018 game because in my mind I thought like if they're just starting this now.
Yes.
There's no way.
I mean, if it was retro, then yeah, I'd say 2018. But since it's not, I don't know.
No, it's definitely not retro. Nintendo's come out and said it's not retro.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you noticed, like Nintendo started hiring a lot of people from different teams recently.
Yeah.
They picked up a couple of people. I thought they picked up someone from Konami that worked on Metal Gear. They picked up some people that worked for. I thought they worked on Castlevania. There was a few different guys that they picked up that were like producers and stuff on. It was Metal Gear. The one guy, he was like apparently he was like underneath of Kojima when it was all said and done. So they're putting together like a dream team of some sort. So I'm wondering if that's what it's for. We'll see. It'll be interesting.
Yeah.
So topics, yours or mine first?
Let's do mine first. We'll get that out of the way.
Go ahead.
So the new free-to-play game, Fortnite, that's coming to PS4. Basically, it's strange because this game is on the store at the moment, and it says free, and you click on it, and the first bit of the description says, note that you are required to buy the Founders Pack to play this game. And the Founders Pack is $32.99. So, basically, you can pay money up front to get early access to this game. And the early access, they call it an early access season. So this is getting crazy, right?
Yeah, that's weird.
And it lasts till next year, this thing. So it's not really free to play until next year, but you can pay now, like a full price game pretty much, to play it until next year.
So so the game's not ready. The game's not done.
Technically, yeah, like they could have a beta.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Is it? So that's what I'm saying. Like you're almost beta testing this thing.
Pretty much.
So you're paying $40 to play a game a year in advance that's not done. Like,
yeah,
that's BS, man.
It is, and do you think that this is going too far now? Because early access has been a thing for a while on Steam. Where you pay money for the game early, but most of the time that's because they're full price games when they do eventually come out anyway. It's not like you're paying for a free game.
So my question is this then, to start with. Where were you particularly trying to buy this game?
On the PlayStation Store.
And it's going to be available on PlayStation and Xbox?
I'm not sure if it's exclusive to PlayStation or not. I've only looked on the PlayStation Store.
Okay.
But there's lots of different packs you can buy as well. The most expensive pack goes up to £120.
The hell do you get with it?
So it's a limited edition Founders Pack. You get game access. That's the number one thing. You get 2 exclusive legendary heroes, 1 exclusive legendary weapon, 2 extra standard editions for friends, 2 exclusive in-game defenders, 10 extra backpack slots, because you have to buy like inventory slots in this game, like, and character slots and stuff.
What the hell is this game, man?
Yeah, so like they're having microtransactions in it, but
who's making this game?
Hang on, it's Epic Games. Yeah, okay. Epic Games.
So here's the thing. I didn't even know about this game.
It looks cool, though.
And then this week, and then this week, Mark Caravan posted about it, and was like, I don't know if I'm going to get it now or later or what. And I was just like, okay, it's a game coming out soon. Okay, it's a shooter, correct?
Well, it's sort of a it's got like two stages, so it's a bit like Plants vs Zombies.
Okay.
You start off in a build phase, and it's in that way it's a little bit like Minecraft or something. So you basically build yourself a tower or a castle, and then at night the zombies come and they can break down your walls and kill you. But you've got your different classes that you can fight off the hordes of zombies with. That's basically it. So.
My thing is this, like, I just have an issue paying somebody $40 to get early access to something when essentially I'm beta testing. I would rather just flipped. I would rather play it for free now, and then in a year pay you $40. But it almost feels like they know that nobody's going to pay for the game, so they might as well try to get the money up front to get people in the door quick. The whole structure, the whole thing.
It's just shady, isn't it?
Yeah, man, it's weird. Like, why would you do this? To me, it was like a few years ago when Google Glasses was coming out, and they were charging people $1,500 to, like, beta these things. And I'm like, how do you, what world do you live in that it's okay to charge people? That's a huge amount of money. Like, that's more than a computer. And you want to charge people $1,500 to beta your thing. And it's like this. Like, you want to charge me $40, and that's the minimum. That's the minimum. You're just you're telling me now there's one that's for $100-something, and it's like, what? What world do you live in that this is okay, man? I don't...
And apparently it's a good game as well. I've heard people that have reviewed it or that are playing it at the moment.
Yeah.
Saying that they really enjoy it, and because you can play online with your friends and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just weird to me that they're not just saying, all right, you can play for free, and we'll take your feedback and we'll improve the game. And there are microtransactions, so if you really like it and you want extra characters or whatever, you can buy them. But it's like, no, if you want the privilege of playing our free game, you've got to pay us money. Like, I don't know.
That's stupid. I'm sorry, that's stupid. I would not pay somebody to beta their game, because that's essentially what it is. You know what I mean? And it's like, you're going to get this game, you're going to play it, you're going to try it, and then what if it's all glitched out? What if it's just,
Or, right, even worse, if the game is finished as it is, but they're saying that it's not going to be released for free until next year. So basically they're saying you can pay $40 to play it early, 6 months early. Yeah. That's like, because you get those day one editions, day zero editions if you pre-order your game from somewhere. There's even been like day -1 editions or whatever.
This is a very day -1 edition.
Yeah, this is like day minus half a year. Like, I don't know.
This is bad.
Crazy.
This is just bad, and
I hope it doesn't set a precedent. I know more companies.
Well, you know what? This is going to fall right on the gamers. If the gamers go by this, they're going to this trend will continue. This is the guinea pig. Somebody has to try it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not faulting Epic for trying it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying I don't want to be a part of it. And like you're saying, but ultimately it falls down on the gamers. Like, do the gamers go for this? Are they okay with this? And if they are, then they got nobody to blame for themselves when this starts to pop up later on. Because I could easily see EA doing something like this. You know what I mean? With a Call of Duty or something like that. Like, I could totally see them guys doing stuff like that. It's just, it's bad for business, man. I don't like the idea. I don't like the process. So I hope it doesn't happen.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right.
So what's your topic?
My topic is, so Capcom, surprisingly to Capcom, sold 450,000 units of Ultra Street Fighter 2 for the Switch.
Can I just say, Bobby? The Switch is selling so much better than I ever anticipated.
Anybody anticipated. Anybody.
And the games that are coming out for it are doing way better than I thought as well.
Massive.
Like ARMS has sold like over 1 million copies. Mm-hmm. So that's like 1 in 5 Switch owners have bought ARMS. That's crazy.
It's nuts, dude. It is insane, the numbers that this thing is doing. Dude, they said that in Japan, Splatoon sold over 600,000 units in 3 days. It sold more than Zelda in 3 days.
That is totally crazy.
It sold more than Mario Kart 8 has already. That is nuts, man. Dude,
That is nuts.
The Zelda attach rate is 83%. 83%. That is
that's
insane,
unheard of.
man.
That, yeah.
They sold 4.7 million units of Switches. And 83% of those have bought Zelda. Like, don't get me wrong. A lot has to do with it. It is probably one of the greatest games ever. But that alone, like that aside, like it's just insane to see these numbers, man. It's mind-blowing. Anyway, so with these numbers coming in, Capcom has said that they are starting to work on games for the Switch. My question to you is, what games or franchises do you hope make their way to the Switch now from Capcom?
Yeah, so I was looking at the Capcom catalog of games, and the obvious picks are Mega Man and Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
And Monster Hunter, I think, is actually coming out in Japan for Switch anyway.
Japan. Okay, so Japan is getting Monster Hunter Double Cross. The United States for the 3DS is getting Monster Hunter Stories.
Yeah.
Double Cross, it's already in Japan for the 3DS. They're putting it on the Switch, and then it's cross save. They're going to make it cross save. So go ahead.
Yeah. So, I mean, I'm not the biggest Monster Hunter fan, so that's not going to be my answer. My answer is going to be a little bit obscure, right? So, way back on the
as usual.
Yeah, way back on the PlayStation 1, they did something really cool with Mega Man. And they turned Mega Man into basically a adventure game like Zelda, like an 3D action game called Mega Man Legends.
Okay.
And they had Mega Man Legends and Mega Man Legends 2, and they had the Misadventures of Tron as well. And these games are like super rare now, and I think you can get them on the PlayStation 3 store. You can't get it on PS4 because they don't have PlayStation 1 Classics, which is very annoying. But anyway,
they have PlayStation Now, buddy. You could pay for all these great games to stream them to your...
I don't even think you can do PS1 games on that service.
Such a joke.
So anyway, I would love to see a sequel to that. Mega Man Legends 3 for Switch. I think that would be crazy. Like, it'll never happen, but I'd love to see it. Also, Resident Evil 2 remake. Because they announced that remake a long time ago now, and we've not really seen or heard anything of it. But I feel like the Switch could run that quite easily. It might not be able to run 7 as easily, but I think a remake of 2, the Switch could easily handle that. And lastly, Dino Crisis, which is a long dormant franchise from Capcom, which is basically Resident Evil meets dinosaurs.
Nice.
Yeah.
So for me, the first games I think that come right off the top of the head that definitely need to make their way over is the Disney Afternoon Collection. Yeah. That needs to be on Switch. There's no reason why it's not.
It seems like
it just makes sense. So that's the first one. Second one would be Mega Man Legacy Collection 2. Again, makes no sense why it's not there.
What about a combo pack
of the two?
Like 1 and 2 in one package for Switch.
Oh, you mean the Mega Man one?
Yeah.
That would be amazing. That would be unreal if they did that. I would please do that. That would be phenomenal. Because that would essentially give you every single Mega Man game for the Switch, in one place. So I would love that, man. I would buy it in a heartbeat. I have it for the 3DS. I would buy it for the Switch in a heartbeat. So that said, those two, yes. What I would like to see them do is, and I'm hoping they're doing this, I want them to do another Mega Man game, but I want them to make a fresh Mega Man game.
I think they are.
I really do too. I really do too.
Yeah.
I know people are like, oh, I want Street Fighters and stuff like Street Fighter 5 is not coming, so people need to get off that wagon. That's not going to happen. Someone just said to me today in my YouTube comments about Street Fighter 4 coming, and that would be.
I don't want that.
You know what, man? I'm fine with Street Fighter games coming. I really am. I would like a more upgraded game, something more advanced.
How many times has Street Fighter 4 been re-released? Like over and over and over. Like all these Ultimate Editions, Ultimate Super Excellent Edition.
But you know
like,
what, Toby? But there's so many of us that haven't played it. For me, I want to play on a Nintendo console. So I didn't play on PS4. I never played any of these games on PS4. So for me, I would like to play them over here. Honestly, that's just how I feel.
Well, you know what, as well. Like, I mean, those Street Fighter games are great for like if you can imagine you're out on a park bench or whatever, and you want to say, "Oh, do you want to battle me in Street Fighter?" and then prop it up and then play. Like, that would be good.
Who the hell is going to be hanging out a park bench and start playing?
Dude,
what kind of world are you living in? Stop watching Switch commercials.
Yeah, and people say that that's happened to them more than they thought it would.
I know, that is true. That is true.
Maybe they're in a coffee shop. Maybe it's not a park bench.
Okay, that would be better. That would be better. We're sitting in the Starbucks and we pop it out and start going.
Yeah.
That I could get. I don't know, man. I would like to see, honestly, I'd love to see Bionic Commando come back. Bring me, like, you don't have to do remakes of them. Just bring me them original games over. Like, I love, I would like to clean it up a little bit. Strider, I would like to see them rekindle Strider again.
Good, man.
Yeah, man. They have a lot of good games. I would love to see them start bringing some of them to the Switch, and because I feel like here's the thing, you can't. It's going to be hard to move some of their games that they have. It's going to be hard to move over like you said, Resident Evil 7 and all that stuff. So go back to the well. Go back to the games that were made popular on a Nintendo console. And those are the games that I feel you need to push forward in making.
Yeah.
I mean, because Strider on the NES was phenomenal. It really was a great game. And then they started doing remakes and stuff later on, right, on PlayStation. Like they started not remakes, but a new series.
Yeah, it was PlayStation 3, I think.
Yeah, so bring those games over. You know what I mean? Like maybe clean them up a little bit, whatever. Bring them over. Like I see that they could do a lot of good stuff. I just want to see them start doing that stuff. That would be really good. So that would be what I would do. Is there any other games that you would do, or is that it?
I think that's it, yeah.
Okay. All right, so let's jump into hot off the presses. At this point, Toby and I will bring 3 news articles. I'll bring 3 from Nintendo. He brings 3 from Sony. And then I pick the one that I want to hear. He picks the one that he wants to hear. And then we go into it a little bit. So go ahead, Toby. What's your 3 stories?
All right. So my story is we've got PlayStation Plus price increase. We've got the Grand Theft Auto 6 rumor. And Grand Theft Auto 5 sales.
What the PlayStation one?
The PlayStation Plus, right.
Yeah.
So basically, PlayStation Plus price is increasing from £40 a year to £50 a year, a £10 increase. And
so that would go from, for me, 60 to 70 a year.
Yeah, the thing is, I think that the price was already increased in America
last year. You guys, okay, so it's not going to be in America, it's in the UK.
Yeah,
okay,
so it's in the UK and Europe, and the thing is, I think they said that they wouldn't be increasing it. They got no plans to increase it, but they obviously had. So from the 31st of August, that's going to go up. So it's interesting because it makes me wonder if the free games are going to get higher in quality from that.
No.
Or whether they're just saying that we've had this price for years now, and
that's all it is.
It's about time.
You're not getting anything. You're not getting anything better because they increased the price for us, and it's been the same games. I'll be honest with you, man. I'm to the point where I'm about to cancel it.
Well, the thing is, like,
I don't use it that much.
Yeah, if you don't play online much, then there's not really that much.
I play online a lot. I just don't play my PlayStation online a lot.
Yeah, well,
so for me, it doesn't make any sense. I don't download the games because I don't feel like the games are that great. Occasionally,
the games have been getting better the last few months, at least for me. But the annoying thing is that the last 3 or 4 months, I've owned at least one of the games that has come up for free. So, yeah.
For me, it's just don't get me wrong. I know it's a free game, and I shouldn't. whatever. I don't care about that argument. I just these games aren't really speaking to me, so I don't feel the urge to go buy them or to download them or whatever it is. I just whatever. I don't get them. But the only thing keeping me close to not doing it is Rocket League is on there.
Yeah.
I know that if I stop my PlayStation, I lose Rocket League. So I don't want to do that at this point.
It's coming to Switch.
When it comes to Switch, I'm dropping PlayStation Plus. Yeah. Honestly. That's just the way I feel anymore because I don't feel like I'm getting anything out of it.
Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. The service is whatever. You know what I mean? Like,
the thing is, I got lucky because the other month I purchased a year that was on offer, and so I got that cheap from Shop2 website, and then I noticed on Prime Day Amazon were doing an even better deal for 18 months, so I thought I can't miss out on that, so I got that. So I stacked both of those PlayStation Plus.
So you got a couple years,
So I got it until like the end of 2019. I got it at the current
and honestly,
price.
You're locked in because what they did in the United States was when they did that. When they did the price increase, it got saved in the United States. Like they didn't go higher. You know what I mean? Like they didn't go like, oh, you got to retroactively pay us for these. You already bought because a lot of people were re-upping before it went up in price because they didn't want to get caught paying all this money. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. So I have 3. I have the SNES Classic pre-order issues, wireless adapter for the Switch, and ThinkGeek bundles.
Oh, let's go ThinkGeek bundles. I've heard a little bit of controversy about that.
So, this week, miraculously, a bunch of NES Classics showed up on ThinkGeek.com, which is owned by GameStop. And in these things was a bunch of bundles. Like the lowest price to buy a classic was $169 or $149. It was $149, but it came with like a Mega Man helmet statue and like these Mega Man pins, and then it went all the way up to $219. So they had all these different. Yeah, man.
Damn.
It was all these different bundles.
Yeah.
The sad thing is that people looked at it and they were like, well, this is cheaper than going to Scalpers. Because if we go to Scalpers, it's $300, $400.
And that's just for the console.
That's just for the console, yeah. With this, you get all this other stuff, but the problem is, like, do you really want all this other stuff? You know, so it's like, I don't like when companies bundle like this.
Yeah.
Because, like, here's the thing. GameStop right now is bundling Switches. And I know people are like, oh, but you're going to buy this stuff anyway. Dude, maybe I only have $300 at this point. You know what I mean? And I just have enough to buy the Switch. Yeah. And I just want to buy the Switch. And you know what? I'm going to wait maybe 2 weeks before I actually get a game for it. Because I just can't swing that money at this moment. But the thing of it is like, Switches are so rare to show up that I want to jump on it the minute I get a chance. I don't want to have to pay $500, $400, $300.
Well, yeah.
Well, $300 plus for a Switch when I could get it for the cost and then wait a couple weeks and then get a game. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know, man. I feel like, again, like we were talking earlier with this whole Fortnite thing, it's just bad business, I think, to do this stuff.
It is, yeah. It makes you, it gives you bad feelings, like, about something that you really want. And especially, like, these companies aren't creating a good relationship between the customer and themselves. Like, I don't know, it's shady. And, they've got to compete with digital now, so they are doing a lot of these things to sell more stuff that they've got, especially like collectibles that they've got laying around, like expensive ones. And they got to do what they got to do, but it is so shady. Like,
it is. I don't know, man. I just think it's I don't know. It's bad. I'm not a fan of them doing this at all. I don't know. Again, like, I just look at it and go, like, man, if I'm a kid and I'm saving my pennies in order to get a Switch, and then I finally get up the money to get a Switch, and then I finally see one that I could buy, and they're like, oh, no, it's not $300. It's $350, $360, $380, $400, $500. And you got to get all this other stuff. It's like, oh, it's such a slap in the face, man.
Yeah,
it really is bad.
And the thing is, like, people come up with the excuse with the Switch. They say, oh, it's bundled with a controller and Zelda and this, and it's all stuff that you want anyway. So you might as well just buy it. But like you said, not everyone has the money straight away for stuff like that. You have to spread the cost, and it's no excuse to be able to just say that. Like, it's not good enough.
I agree. So let us jump into the rewind. We have this is where Toby and I will discuss an old classic game, and so what do you have this week, Toby?
So I want to talk about...
Here's my question. What boring game do I not give a damn about? Will you talk about? True. And then true. Nick from Next Level Games will be like, Toby, I love that game. That's a great game. It happens
every week.
You and Nick need to do this show together, and I'll bring Nick in for the rewind, and you and Nick can flash googly eyes at each other the whole time.
Well, so the thing is, the game this week is a PlayStation 2 game, and it's a very late PlayStation 2 game. So you might like it a bit more. I don't know if you played it. You probably not, but Burnout Revenge.
No.
Oh my god. Just no. Burnout. I love the Burnout series.
Of course you do.
I had Burnout 2 on the GameCube. It's called Point of Impact. Like, that is a really good looking game, especially like as an earlier Burnout game. But
I'll take your word for it.
But Burnout Revenge, this game is insane. Like, the speed of the cars in this game is some of the fastest racing that I've ever experienced. Even today. Stop falling asleep, Bobby, please. And what was really cool about it is that you could just the takedowns. I think they started the takedowns in Burnout 3. I never played Burnout 3, but yeah, you could like drive through the back of traffic. If traffic was driving away from you, then you could smash into the cars and knock them off the road. And if it was another racer, you could take them down by sort of side swiping them into oncoming traffic, or into like a tree or something. And you had to avoid oncoming cars, because if you hit a car head on, then you would crash.
That's why you're so damn good at GTA when it comes time for like when we're racing with traffic on the track.
Yeah. So yeah, and I think that game was so ahead of its time, and I was so disappointed that they don't make Burnout games anymore. The team behind it have gone on to Need for Speed, and I think that they've definitely lost the what made Burnout special,
Okay. No, I'll just
dude. And the music was so good as well.
It sounds like something I would definitely like, but the problem is like, here's the thing: like when you bring up these games, I feel like it's hard for me to get them. I don't own a PS2, so and it's hard to go back to PlayStation games not because they're garbage or they're bad. It's just that PlayStation doesn't make it easy. I mean, I gotta pay for a service in order to get to digitally not even digitally download, to stream the game, and it's like a rental service. It's like
and even the PS2 classics that they put on the PlayStation 4, like, because they're up-res, they charge a bit more money for them, and they're few and far between.
For me, it is this little baby here, Top Gun for the NES. And the reason why I bring this up is I was sitting here and I was thinking, and my best friend Dave Maxwell, growing up,
I thought I was your best friend.
He's my real life, see all the time best friend.
Okay.
I've known him since I was a kid, man. So anyway, he played that game religiously all the time.
Yeah.
And it's a really good game. It's a Konami game. It's a lot of fun. You're doing dog fights and stuff, like you're taking off, so you would go out, you'd do your mission, and then sometime in the middle of the mission, you'd have to refuel. So you would see this plane come up, and you gotta like get the hose lodged into the nose of your plane in order to like refuel up.
So is this a side scroller or
no? It's a flight simulator.
So it's like first person in.
It's like first person in a plane, yeah. And so you're trying to get the nose of your ship to like, of your plane to like take the hose so that way you can get fueled up, and then you got to land. And the landing wasn't easy either because you would like not have enough, speed, and you would like drop short of the aircraft carrier, or I always like overshot the aircraft carrier. Like I'd go like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna make it, and I'm going. Next thing I know, I'm like landing in the water on the other side.
Yeah,
I'd run into the aircraft carrier. Like I was always screwing up with it. This one day in particular, right? He's doing really well with it. Really well. Makes it to the final stage. And I'm sitting there watching him, and I'm like, dude, you're gonna beat this game. This is amazing. Like, you've done everything. And he was like the king at landing the plane. Like, just perfect every time. Never get it wrong.
Yeah.
And he's playing, and he's like going through the last level, and he's killing all the enemies and stuff. He refuels perfectly, goes through, finishes the mission, completes the mission, goes to land the plane, and crashes. He falls short. Dude, when I tell you it's the first time I ever saw him crash the plane in a landing, right? Well,
this was the final mission.
This was the final mission. He would have beat the game if he did it. He was
way.
He was on his last life.
His
last life, so he don't beat the game. And he had to start over from the beginning. He was so pissed. He never played the game again. I don't blame him. He was so
Chuck
mad.
it in the bin.
He was like, I am never playing this game again. I'm done. He never went back to play again. But it was so funny to watch him, to see his reaction of him crashing and just flipping out. Like, just losing his mind.
It's like when we play GTA and I watch you crash your car and do flips, and then we will laugh at you and you get stressed.
I don't care. I care less. No. It's like when playing GTA and you're about to win.
Oh,
and I do something stupid and take you out, and you get so mad. You're like...
Yeah, you drive backwards on the track and smash me off, yeah.
Hey, man. It's fun for me. I like to do that. I'm not very good at GTA. So that is all. Thank you guys for listening to us on iTunes, dayspace.com, Google Play. Check us out on YouTube. A lot of you guys checked us out last week on YouTube, and I'm curious, did you check us out because you're new to the show, or did you check us out because I told you to go to check out Toby's hair? That's what I'm curious about. There's a lot of people that were like, oh my god, and then all of a sudden, like, you see the comments and are like, oh my god, Toby, and stuff, and then at the end they're like, oh my god, you took the wig off.
Yeah, like, that was hilarious reading those comments.
Dude, I showed Tony that, right? I go, Tony, look at this guy. She's like, what the hell is wrong with his hair? So I showed her the whole thing where me and you were, at the beginning of the show, where me and you were going back and forth about the hair. And then I fast forwarded to the end.
Yeah.
And she lost it. She started laughing so hard. She goes, oh my god. She goes, I can't believe he wore that the whole show. I go, you? I said, I sat there with him the whole time. I'm sitting here and I'm going, he's got the dumbest looking hair in the world. Like, how the hell did Karina marry this guy? Like, this dude, she's actually, she let him get her pregnant? Like, looking like this? Like, is this what she got to look at for the rest of her life? That afro? You look like Cousin It, man. Like, all this hair and all you see is the glasses. Anyway, so that is all. See me later.
Ciao.
That's the dumbest ending in the world. Ciao.
It's my thing, Bobby.
It's stupid. Nice, it's stupid.
All right, what do you want me to say then?
Something better.
Give me a new catchphrase right now.
Peace out, coat. No, that's my cat. That's one of my other catchphrases. Toodaloo. There you go.
Toodaloo. Toodaloo. Toodaloo, podcast listeners. Toodaloo.
That's the best.
bye.